Welcome back, friends, to TV5 News at 9. Joining us this morning is Spencer Skrupski, founder and owner of Skrupski Funeral Home. Thank you so much for being here. How are you?
Thank you. I'm well this morning. How are you, Colette?
I'm doing well. I'm
Good,
delighted
good.
that you're here. So today we are talking all about funeral planning. Can you describe how COVID has really affected funerals overall during this pandemic?
Absolutely. We found during the COVID pandemic, families really were robbed of that opportunity to have time with their loved one, especially with the hospitals being shut down. So it made that ceremony and that gathering so much more important. So we're just so glad we're mostly out of the woods with all of that now.
Yeah, so how are families responding now that it is over?
Well, really, Colette, what we've seen is a large influx of families wanting to plan ahead and plan well. So we know, especially with the tax season right here, death and taxes, the only two things that are certain in life.
So true.
And so planning ahead and planning well really does alleviate a lot of those burdens for families. And with all of COVID happening, I think all of us have, if we didn't go through it personally with our own families, we know of somebody, a friend, a coworker, friend of a friend who did experience it. So it did just bring all of funerals and whatnot to the forefront. And so people really have been showing an interest and doing a lot more planning ahead and planning well.
Yeah, we have really all been touched by COVID-19. Well, you know, I understand that. I love this part of it. You have some very upcoming informational sessions and things that you have going on. Can you tell me a little bit more about those?
We do. So our Bay County and Saginaw County facilities each are having upcoming Plan Ahead, Plan Well seminars. And what that is, Colette, it's an opportunity for folks to come in an informal, pressure-free setting to get all of their questions answered, to learn about the critical benefits of planning cremation and burial arrangements in advance. Really just a good opportunity to get some great information, and we'll have a complimentary meal served at each one as well.
Oh, great. So who's welcome? Is everyone welcome?
Everyone is welcome. We just ask that you please RSVP. And I always say, when you come, be sure you come with your questions. We do have a question and answer forum at the end of the presentation, and I always let folks know to please ask, because chances are, if you're thinking of that question, so is your neighbor, and so you're certainly welcome to come with other family members, other neighbors, and friends as well.
So that's great information, so we don't procrastinate, because that happens a lot of times.
Absolutely.
You know, pre-planning is important.
There's 100 different details that go into even the simplest of arrangements. And so the most common reason people pre-plan is for those emotional benefits, to lift those burdens from their family, and we find it to be very helpful.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so we know that you're deeply committed to our local communities, but another non-funeral thing going on, you have some Easter egg hunts coming up, is that right?
We do this Saturday, and at 11 o'clock at the Saginaw Township soccer fields will be the Saginaw Community Easter egg hunt, 10,000 pre-stuffed eggs. And the Easter Bunny will be present afterwards for family photos. At the Bay County area at 1:30 at St. Jude Thaddeus Parish on Pine Street will be that Easter egg hunt as well.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so Spencer, anything else that you'd like viewers to know that we haven't talked about, just about planning funerals, or just a message right now?
Absolutely. You know, I know it's often very difficult for folks to have that conversation. And I do know when we look after a family that's making arrangements, and there has been those plans put in place ahead of time, the children, the survivors, whoever those survivors may be, they are never upset that their mom or dad has taken care of those plans. They're actually very relieved. So while it may be difficult to have those conversations, I really encourage you to come to one of our seminars so that you can see the information and learn more in an informal and comfortable setting before that time actually comes. When that time comes, be it suddenly, it's such a shock. Should it be an expected death? Many times family members have been sitting vigil at the bedside or the hospice for days. So those really are not the best opportune times to be making those important decisions. So we welcome everyone to our complimentary and informational seminars.
Yeah, it's very difficult during that time when you're grieving to have to think about little details.
Absolutely.
So plan ahead. Well, thank you for this great information. Appreciate it. You are so welcome. And thank you again for watching, viewers. You can get more information in the hot link section on WNEM.com.